Hey everybody, welcome to week 4 of the course here, your marketing class. Got our scenery up. I'll keep this real short or as short as I can. Um, my topic this week is about just don't stop when you're tired, just stop when you're done. And I just come up because most of you are doing real good, but sometimes we have obstacles and we get tired. We stop when we're tired. I use these running analogies sometimes. Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done, and that should be a philosophy you do in anything you do. I sometimes do these analogies, or like if you're a parent or something, you don't just stop because you're tired. You finish whatever the parenting task is, and same thing, on your job. And so, um, depending on what your job is, you got certain tasks you got to do, and you got to finish them regardless of how you feel. And same thing with things like school. I just equate it to that. Finish what you start. Each week you start a new week. You got certain things you got to do, and you need to finish them. And that those are good habits to develop, just for yourself, because it creates work habits, your um, leadership habits, depending on what your situation is. And so that's why I kind of harp on that a little bit this week, so, or just a little bit. So anyway, so just don't just stop because you're a little tired or you got obstacles and distractions. You need to follow through and finish what you're doing. Remember, you're working on a degree here, on a specialty, depending on what your specialty is. And so employers expect you to know this material. Um, since we're dealing in a business course, there's lots of things that go on. Sometimes decisions have to be made within business, and you have to, I guess, have a clear mind and so forth, however, depending how you're looking at it. There may be political factors that sometimes people make decisions on that they shouldn't. Um, so because remember, business is business, and it's pretty cut and was it cut and dry, or so you make decisions based on facts, not based on personal views or opinions, regardless of what political affiliation or view you might have. Or like say the NFL is a good example. Recently Nike did the thing they did with Kaepernick. um, is that a good business decision, or was that more based on somebody's personal opinions somewhere within the company? Um, Not sure, but my point is, decisions need to be based on, for business purposes, not like, okay, the Nike case, it's alienated, you know, half the country probably, so, but it may have not alienated the other half. So it depends. But again, is that a good business decision, regardless of the motives or anything like that? So these are things you got to look at from that perspective. Politics, another thing. In business, you got to try to ignore the politics. Um, but decisions are made based on politics, to based on who's elected. When you start getting into the big companies, they make decisions, the Wall Street type decisions, based on who's elected sometimes, or sometimes not. So it just depends. But again, you just got to be careful on what you look at and how you make a decision on it. So okay, so enough of that. Point being, um, don't stop when you get tired. You stop when you finish what you're doing each week, or like in the degree program or whatever the case is. So. Okay, upcoming week here, 3 chapters. Chapter 10, Foreign Exchange Market, International Monetary System, and International Business. So there's a lot of things that go into, again, we're international. There's the tariff thing going on lately. How does that impact things? Is that a good business decision? Some of us might say no. We'll have to wait and see the results, but there's things like, like in this chapter here, uh, chapter 12, uh, being here in St. Louis, we're familiar with the Budweiser thing that was, bought out, by InBev there. So, so there's lots of things that go into, strategies for overseas. In chapter 12 slides here, there is a there's a little video clip in there you can watch. It gives you a little more insight, like on how FedEx looks at things and how these other companies look at things. So anyway, just again, 3 chapters: um, foreign exchange, monetary system, and strategy for international business. So all those interrelated, um, and I think, yeah, so that's pretty much that on that for this upcoming week. Those of you that are in there are doing good, so I don't see there's any issues anywhere. Discussions again, real good. Those of you that were in there. This upcoming week again, you got the discussion, the quiz, and then the 2 papers, your reaction paper and the current event. And then next week, you got your discussion, quiz, and the final exam paper. So it's not, this is an actual paper, and hopefully you've been looking ahead, because everything is in there. Minimum of 3 pages, 3 to 6 pages. Does not include title or table contents or a reference page. So this is a detailed, research paper. You got to have at least 3 references, not Billy's blog, but actual articles from reputable sources. So, and then you got some links down here for some things you can look at. So hopefully, like I say, hopefully you've been working ahead. If not, you need to get on it. What else? And that should do it. So, all right. So, like I say, most of you are doing real good. Those of you that are having issues, you need to get in here and start getting things done. Also on this page here, see, I don't have anything. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. So there you go. Test question this week. There you go. 5. He's almost 6 now, in kindergarten. I get to take him to drop him off at school every morning. So let me know what he's doing here, and that'll be the test question. So there you go. Otherwise, have a great week. Get in touch if you need anything, as always. Some of you have been in touch. But that's it. So have a great week, and get in touch if you need anything. Take care, everybody.